A question that I often get from new coaches or even established coaches is how do you close sales and call in new clients without having discovery calls? Maybe for you, you have an extremely busy schedule. Or maybe you're still in your 9 to 5 and you're trying to bring your business together. Or maybe for you, the idea of getting on a sales call feels so exhausting or overwhelming or even nerve-wracking. But don't worry, I got you, boo. In today's video, we're going to talk about a couple of different strategies that you can begin to utilize to be able to magnetize your soulmate clients to you without having to jump on sales calls. Now, when I first started my business, sales calls were a major component of what I did. And honestly, I learned a lot from that experience. I learned what people wanted. I learned what people didn't want. I learned my strengths. I learned my weaknesses. But now, sales calls are not something that I prioritize nearly as much because I have found new and creative ways to call in the right clients without always having to jump on a call. So the first strategy that I would recommend is DM conversations, which is direct messaging. You can use this on any social media site or even technically in an email. But essentially, if a client is wanting more details about your offer or your program, you could go back and forth with a few messages to really explain the details. I also love using social media specifically for this because I love voice memos. I feel like voice memos are so personal and they're a great way for people to really connect with you and to see what it is that you have to offer, but still get in your energetic space because they can hear it in your tone. With DMs being all the rave, I actually dive in depth in this inside of my certification program so that I teach my coaches how to close in the DMs. I think this is so powerful. The second strategy could be a comprehensive email funnel. So let's say, for example, you bring people in through a freebie. Maybe it's a masterclass, maybe it's an ebook, maybe it's a quiz, whatever the freebie may be. You bring people in, and then after they receive the free offer, you begin to promote the upsell into your course, into your one-on-one, into your group coaching program, or whatever it may be. And as you promote this through a series of emails, you're essentially nurturing them at the same time, letting them see the value of what takes place when they say yes to that next step. I love this because this is a passive way to be able to call in more clients. As far as using an email funnel, I do want to add one piece. If you use something like a live component, such as the challenge or a webinar or a workshop or a masterclass, there is often a higher perceived value when people get to be in your energetic space. So that's something to consider. I like to often test to see what my audience is most interested in at the time. So I may offer an ebook or I may offer a webinar. I may offer a challenge or I may offer a quiz. But this helps me to see where my audience is at and to meet them there. And again, it helps so well for that passive income because all I do is show up once and then that income can just be on repeat. A third strategy that you could begin to use is start to really hone in on the clients that you already work with. People who love the work that you're doing and really just enjoy being in your energetic space. When you're offering an upsell, most of those people won't need another call to know that it's amazing to continue to work with you. Also, you can leverage your already existing clients and offer referral or incentives if they decide to refer somebody else. And trust me when I say word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertisement that exists. So let's say, for example, someone went through your group coaching program. They may get an incentive if they refer one of their friends to your group coaching program of $200 or $500 or a free call with you or the like. And then if they already really like the program, plus there's an added reward, why wouldn't they brag about all of the goodness that exists? And this is a great way to bring in new clients without actually having to jump on a call. The next strategy you could utilize is applications. So this works really well for high ticket offers. If you have a high ticket group coaching program or a high ticket mastermind or a high ticket one-on-one, instead of offering sales calls, you could offer an application process. And upon going through a thorough application, that helps you to really filter out who's the right fit and who's not. And then you could follow up with the application with the payment link. You could follow up with the application with the Q&A session. You could follow up with the application with the DM or email conversation. But again, an application is a good way to filter who is a dream client, as well as those who kind of are on the fence about working with you. Finally, the last strategy would be expanding your reach. And this can look a lot of different ways. So this could be like you using ads to funnel people into your offer. This could be that you leverage a speaking engagement to funnel people into your offer. This could be that if you're featured on a podcast or a blog, you use that as an opportunity to not only expand your reach, but also to be able to call in those next amazing soul-led clients. All in all, I feel like a lot of times we overcomplicate the process of showing up fully in our business. And we often try to model what other coaches are doing or other high performers. And we assume that if it worked for them, it has to work for us. And I'm getting ready to go against the grain and say that the way you create your business should be a way that aligns and matches both your energy as well as your lifestyle. This is the only way that you get to build a sustainable business process. And more importantly, there is no one size fits all strategy for success in business. Just because something worked for someone else doesn't necessarily mean that it has to work for you. So what I challenge you to do is I challenge you to consider what strategy feels aligned for you and how can you begin to incorporate that. If you're looking for more tools, strategies, and support on the journey to building the business that you both desire and deserve, I have just the thing for you. Inside of my Elevated Coach 3-Day Challenge, I walk you through the process to not only elevate your mind, but your life and your success so that you can build a business that allows you to not only increase your impact, but your income as well. So look in the show notes so that you can snag your spot on the inside. Can't wait to see you there.